Alright everyone, finally, here we are, a new Stick Nodes update.
Sorry to keep you waiting, complicated business.
Welcome to Ain't Don't Nobody Read, Stick Nodes 3.0 edition. I'm gonna try to keep this quick because ain't don't nobody like long, boring YouTube videos either. This update has a lot of new stuff, the biggest of which I'm sure you've heard of is Movieclips. If you're familiar with Flash, or whatever it's called now, Animate, you already know about Movieclips. They're basically small animated objects. They're useful for looping things like a walk cycle, or effects like smoke, fire, auras. Basically, they make tedious things to animate less tedious. So let's put together a quick example. We will import our favorite anime character. This is Goku. And we are gonna just animate him doing some Goku stuff real fast. Okay, and there you have it. He's doing a Goku backflip or something. Now, let's say we wanted him to have an aura. So you would come and import the aura stick figure, add it to the frame, scale it, whatever, position it, add a new one to the next frame, and the next frame. And by here, frame 4, you actually just want to kill yourself because nobody wants to do this. But that's where Movieclips come in. Okay, so let's create a new movie clip down here under Movieclip library tools. Click. And this is Movieclip editing mode. It looks just like typical animation mode. You got your frames to the top, menu over here. There's a few limitations you'll notice. There's no camera, there's no text, and also Movieclips are limited to 100 frames max or 128,000 nodes total across all frames. Whichever limit is hit first, that's the max. This is just to prevent Movieclips from getting too big because they are technically mini projects. They eat up memory fast, like very, very fast. So, you know, just be smart with your usage of Movieclips. Keep them small, keep them short. Don't go eating up all your memory and crash the app and then come yelling at Ralph and it's just please. Anyway, what are we doing? Oh, auras. Okay, so we're gonna animate an aura. So just like you normally would, go import all your aura stick figures and add them one by one. You're gonna have to check this box so it doesn't flicker. Add a new frame. Delete. Okay, and there you have it. Play. And it's animating. You know, cool. So let's go back up here. We're going to add the movie clip to the library, call it. Okay, now we will add the movie clip to the stage, and there it is. This is what a movie clip looks like. It's got the circle. You can rotate it. You can flip it. Pretty much do everything you can do to a stick figure in terms of filters and rotating, flipping, copying, joining, and that's what we're going to do. So let's go pull up our favorite anime character. Okay, now for example, watch the aura movie clip when I add a bunch of frames and notice how it's just animating itself, which is exactly what we want because that's very helpful. So, for example now, I'm going to join the aura movie clip to the Goku figure. Just position it real quick, scale it, and all that stuff. And now you'll notice it's joined to the Goku figure. It's going to animate by itself. It will scale, rotate with Goku. So now you don't have to worry about it. It's there, it's doing its thing. You just gotta do all the kickies and punchies and all that stuff.
What? What the fuck?
Another useful thing about Movieclips is the ability for you to edit them. Down here, for example, Movieclip library tools, or edit. And what will happen is every instance of that movie clip as it appears across your project will change at the same time. So, for example, say I wanted this aura to be red, or have a red outline, close enough. You just come through, you edit the frames. Okay, made them all red. Do right here, finished editing. And that's it, it's got the red outline now. I mean, this is a horrible animation, but you get the idea. You can also save movie clips and import them, so you can use them throughout all your different projects. Like, for example, some rain here. You can click the preview button, shows you what it looks like, gives you some information. Import that, and we'll add it. And I guess also show off how you can apply filters like blur, a little bit of blur, action, why not, tint it, make it red rain because, and we just copy and paste this and play. And now you have this. Sorry. Let me show you some better examples. So if you add a rain movie clip to the stage on a frame that's delayed, the rain movie clip will also pause along with the rest of the animation, right?
Wrong.
Not if you check the little box here, play during delay, on the origin movie clip, basically telling the movie clip to play during delays. Movie clips in your project are controlled by the origin movie clip, as I just mentioned. So of course now, what is the origin? Simply put, kinda, the origin is the first time a movie clip appears in a sequence. So, for example, in the frames above, the campfire object is a movie clip. It appears in frames 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, onward. But the one in frame 3, if you select it and look at the menu, it says here is origin. Yes, this is the origin. This is the brains behind the rest of these. It tells this movie clip if it's a loop, if it plays once, what frame to start on, if it plays during a delay, volume. Whereas if you go to another instance of this movie clip here on frame 4, for example, you cannot change those properties. But what it does tell you here is the origin is on frame 3. So you'd have to go to the origin to change how the movie clip behaves. If you were to delete this origin, it would simply make the next one on the next frame the origin. And this is all dictated through the ID number. ID 1, you know, every figure has an ID. This stick figure here has ID 2. It just is how a figure is identified across frames. It's not as complicated as it sounds. I'm just really bad at explaining things. Movie clips don't actually have to be animated objects. They can also be single frame static graphics. And typically this is useful for things like facial expressions or eyes, or in this example here, a mouth. I put together this mouth movie clip, which is just a bunch of different mouths across all the frames. and we're going to add it here, but not as an animated movie clip, but rather a single frame graphic. And basically what that means is it will not animate. As you can see, as I add frames here, it doesn't change because it's not supposed to. It's supposed to work differently where you set which frame it displays. Down here you can see it says current frame 1. You can set that to 2, 3, 4, as many frames as the movie clip has, and it's just useful so you don't have to constantly swap out a mouth or an eye or whatever over and over again. You just keep this one movie clip graphic here and change its appearance. By their very basic nature, movie clips are most powerful at looping some action over and over again. So here I am in movie clip editing mode with this spinning blue thing, and it's supposed to look like it keeps spinning in a circle, but as you can see, when it loops back to the beginning, it resets, killing the whole effect. Technically, that's because this isn't actually a complete loop. I'm not spinning this object 360 degrees across 17 frames. There is a way to fix it though, with this checkbox, tween loop protection, which if you run into this issue, check that box. It'll fix all your problems. You can read more about it with this little question mark box here, but we all know how we feel about reading.
Fuck books. Oh, no. Books are for pussies.
Yeah, no. This is actually a side effect of movie clips that can really help save memory in your projects. For example, if you have 100 frames in a project and you have a 300 node, very complex background stick figure on each one of those frames, that's 100 frames of 300 nodes each, just eating up all of the memory in your device and making your project massive. By the nature of movie clips and how they work that I can't really explain too well here, you can save massive amounts of memory if instead you take that 300 node background, shove it into a movie clip, just one frame, and instead use that movie clip as your background across 100 frames. It'll save tons of memory and actually has an added benefit of allowing you to edit the background and have all 100 frames change at the same time. And that's it. There's definitely a lot more I could talk about regarding movie clips and even all the other new features and whatnot in this update, but I'm just going to leave it at that. This video is way too long as it is. If you want more though, there is our resident app abuser,
Arcionek.
He is actually working on some more advanced level movie clip tutorials and whatnot on his channel. I will link to that in the description. For now, however, I'm once again going to very abruptly